All right, guys, so now that header's mounted up solid, next thing to do is prep the arm for installation here. So first thing you're gonna wanna do is check the charts in the manual. So what we're gonna do this is an outswing application, so there's a chart for how much reveal your door has and the position of where the arm's gonna be. I already measured my reveal, but just in case you guys don't understand what it is, it's going to be the dimension from the mounting point of the header, so the back plate of the header, to the face of the door. So if you look at ours, we're at roughly, it's like 4 3/4 inch, about 5-inch reveal. And that's gonna equate to a 17-inch dimension for the first mounting point on the arm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prop this open a bit. The arm is always mounted 1 5/8 inches down. So 1 5/8 down. And then we are going to be 17 inches over to the first hole. Right here. So mark it again here, 1 5/8 is right there. So that's where our arm's gonna be located, the first hole. So I'm gonna go grab the arm and the mounting hardware for it, and then we'll get that drilled and installed here. Okay guys, so we're gonna mount the arm now. You're gonna get you have a separate arm hardware package here. And in it, there are your same kind of lag screws if you were doing a wood door. And then we also have we have through bolts for through bolting into a fire door, which is what we're going to be doing today because this is a hollow metal door. So I have there's one of the through bolts. I set the other one aside while I was looking for a drill bit for it. So I have a 1/4 inch drill bit. I would suggest going a little bit larger if you have it, because it is pretty tight. So again, I measured my reveal. It came out to just under 5 inches, which is going to equate to 17 inches for the first hole. And what we're referring to when we refer to the first hole is going to be this arm bracket, and this is going to be the first hole. So it's going to sit basically right, oh sorry, that was my line for height. It's going to sit right here. So that's what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and drill through here on my first hole. So we got that one drilled. So washer, lock washer. I'm gonna go bolt all the way through. Okay, I guess not. 1/4 inch is a good drill bit for that. It slid right in. Then you're gonna do flat washer, lock washer, and then the nut. So. I'm just tightening this up, get a little bit more snug here. Okay, position this. Get this straight. And then we are going to drill the other side. Okay. All right, so door portion arm is up now. So we are pretty much ready to get power to this thing. So next step on the arm is obviously we're gonna need to connect it to this connecting rod, and then we're gonna mount it to the unit itself. But on this unit, we need to always make sure that this gets wound up so that the spring is fully loaded, and then we put the arm on in the full open position. So I'm gonna go grab a power cord, and we will run power to this, and I'll get the power harness so we can get power on this and get that spindle wound. First of all, I grab the bag here with the, it comes with this power cord here to connect your 110 to your control. Also comes with the wire nuts and a grounding screw. We're gonna be doing a rough in here, so for temporary power, just have a power cord right here. I'm gonna strip these back real quick, and we'll get these tied in here. Okay, got my hot right here. So black. Then we have our neutral right here. Okay, power cord's ready to go. I'm gonna set the ground aside. I don't have, if you had a 3-prong plug, then you'd wire in the ground to that. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in on the control, and I'm gonna route it in a way so that when I hook up to the extension cord, nothing's gonna be in the way of the door opener. All right, so here's our 2-pin plug. I'm gonna plug right into the control here. What I'm gonna do, I have the end cap off over here, so I'm gonna wrap it around here, and then I'm gonna snake an extension cord down the side here to connect up to. And there's one more thing I forgot, and I'll go grab it now. It's the on-off hold open switch. So we do need that in order to put the unit in hold open and get that spindle to fully wind. All right guys, so I went and grabbed my switch. This is the 3-position rocker switch here. So that's the bag you're gonna need. Plugged in with the other end of my extension cord. We can go ahead and plug this in now. So again, I have the plug snaked over here, so I'm gonna plug it in, and the control's gonna turn on. Okay. Now, one thing we can do is orient this display, except this is actually correct. So if you need to orient this display though, you can unplug the power, and you can hold the up button, set it down first, and then plug it back in here. And it will reorient it. There, so that is the correct way. Data saved, OS. So if the display's in the lower right-hand corner, you want to plug the power in while holding the up button. If it's in the upper left-hand corner, you want to hold this set button down while you plug the power in, and it'll flip the display over for you. Okay, so next thing is we got this switch. So we're gonna plug in this switch. This switch is the 3-pin connector, and we are going to be right here. So this is always what I use when I'm on tech support and reference this control board. I always start here and I say it's gonna be one plug away from the blue terminal block, but it is labeled. It says CN4 switch. So it plugs right in right here. And I already have the switch and hold open, so it's winding up right now. So we're gonna wait for it to completely stop winding up, which it did. Now we're gonna wanna place our door in a 90-degree open position, which it is. And now we are gonna grab our main arm here, and there's a screw and a washer. And we are going to, also have to grab out of the arm kit the bolt that holds this together. The bolt and the washers that hold this arm on the forearm. So for the push arms, they're always going to be oriented this way, where the jog is down. And then let's see, I'm just checking here real quick. Checking clearance. Clearance is good. Okay. And I'm gonna put this on here real quick. So you're gonna go washer on either side of the eye bolt. Make sure you get this started straight. Okay, so now that I have that, and I forgot to rip this off. This is how this comes. You can rip this off. Okay. Go full open. Okay, there's full open for me. So I am going to find the closest positioning for full open on this spindle. And it's gonna be right here, but I need to loosen up my arm a shade because it is a little too tight. So it is a 3/16 Allen bolt. So yeah, that was a little too tight. So now I'm gonna push this up in a shade further. Okay. And there we are on. So before you tighten that bolt down, you're gonna wanna put on the screw and washer here. And that just prevents it from falling off. What really locks it down on the spindle is that Allen bolt. But it just, if it came loose on that, that Allen bolt came loose, then the arm's not gonna fall off and hurt anybody. And this, again, this doesn't have to be crazy tight, and then I always like to drop it onto that. I go ahead and use my 3/16 here and tighten this down. This one, you want to get pretty snug. All right. Okay, arm is installed. Now what I'm going to do, also double check all your Allen bolts here. So let's check these, make sure these are okay. So an 1/8. Yeah, 1/8 inch on these little ones. Okay, those are good. I need to double check I didn't tighten this either. I want this to be tight as well because that does get a lot of force there.